Hello, welcome back. Am I a real YouTuber now? Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I officially announced that the family and I are packing up and headed to Hawaii in a couple months. So we are leaving mid-February, and honestly, I'm very excited and very nervous. Very excited and very nervous. This has been something that's been in the works for years. We've always talked about this, but we definitely were thinking of a couple different places we would go to, but I kind of want to back up a little bit and just kind of explain like what we're doing, because I think a lot of people are confused. So in May, we bought this condo that I'm currently in right now, and our goal was to buy a condo that we can turn into a short-term rental property, and then we would move somewhere else and then come back to the rental property to stay when we would want to. So that's been our goal this entire time. Before we bought the condo, we were thinking of actually settling down and buying a home in this area in eastern Iowa. My parents are here, one of my sisters lives here, Kyle's family is very close, and I honestly was getting a lot of anxiety thinking about doing that. For me, like settling down, buying a big house in a small town, like to me, I don't know, I just get heart palpitations when I start thinking about that. And I don't know if it's something in me where I'm like, I feel like I'm just giving up, or, which it's not, that's not the case for anyone who wants to do that. That's not the case. It's just me and my brain. But I'm like, okay, I still want the sense of adventure, but I still want to be close to home. And this is what we're doing. We want that adventure, but we want the ease of coming back home in a place where we can stay long term, close to family, but not with family, if that makes sense. So, and then we'll have this condo here, like if we are gone for a while and want to relocate back here and like start settling down. Before, yeah, we had talked about like just buying a house here. We were like, no, we don't want to do that. And then we started exploring other areas that we would want to be in. So we really thought about Southern California. Arizona crossed our minds, but we did that before and I did not like it. We lived in Chandler for a little bit. Just wasn't my vibe. I really like being close to the ocean. The desert was just a little too dry for me. Too dry, too hot. And it would be like the opposite seasons where we would want to leave. So then we thought about Southern California, and we've also been in Southern California, but we just, I don't know, something about the culture there and like how everything is such a hustle in California just made me not want to live there with kids. What we were really searching for was a small town, close to the ocean, very laid back vibes, and that's why, you know, we kind of geared a little bit more towards Hawaii. And I feel like there's a lot of other things that kind of fell into place that pushed us towards that decision, which I'm not going to dive into. There were a lot of things that were like, okay, this is an opportunity for us. So we are moving to Oahu, which we got a year lease. We're not buying a place. We didn't want to buy a place for a couple different reasons. Just to take up space, take up land. We don't take that lightly that we're going to be there, but it's going to be new and exciting. So we're not quite sure, like, you know, what we're going to expect in terms of missing our family, because it's going to be, you know, obviously we're a long plane ride away. We do plan on coming back. I think it's about 5 to 6 weeks in May and June. And then I have a wedding back here in October in Iowa, which we're probably going to be back for another, probably at least 10 days. Good chunks of time that we're going to come back and visit family. Otherwise, we're going to have our own adventure, which that's something that we were so excited about, was to just kind of break out of the bubble. Because I think sometimes when you're living close to family, and just, even we were 2 hours away, just living close to family, we're just in like a bubble of like, we have plans, we have set plans, we're going to be doing all this, we're expected to be here, XYZ, but there's not a lot of like, you know, out on our own and figuring it out. And that's what we really missed about living in California. When we did live there, we like were on our own time, we made our own plans, and when we were back, we did the family thing. But when we were away, we get to do our own kind of thing, which I hope that makes sense a little bit. That's what we're really excited for, and hopefully the girls love it. Fife will be 5 at the end of this month. She really loves meeting new people. She really loves adventure as well. So I'm not worried about her. I was very, very worried about what this move might do to our children. You never know. I think as a millennial mom, you're like constantly worried about, you know, how things can impact your children. I am not so worried about it now. She will thrive. She will be resilient. It will be great. So I just wanted to take you behind the scenes of what we're doing to get ready and prepped, and then I'll probably make another video of the actual move. So right now we're about 2 months out from the move, moving mid-February. Yeah, we got a lot to do. Okay, so right now I'm going through all of my clothes and kind of picking out things that I'm going to keep but I'm not going to bring to Hawaii. So we have a storage unit here in Iowa where our condo is, so I'm just going to keep it there, and then when I need it down the road, you know, all the warm winter things like the sweater, things like that. There's coats, there's like heavy blazers, things that I don't want to get rid of necessarily, but I'm going to keep. That's what I'm doing right now. So we're gonna fill up this tote with all those clothes. It's the day after Christmas and we are already packing up. We're not gonna leave this to the last minute because we've done that in the past, but we're already getting things packed, going through the entire closet. These are the only clothes that I'm bringing. I have stuff in here in the dresser that I will be taking, and then these are the only hanging stuff, which is crazy. I've definitely gone through it. I've gone to Plato's Closet. I've donated clothing. I'm gonna give some to my nieces and probably my mom. Okay. If you heard that scream, that was my youngest having a bubble bath for the first time, and she hates the bubbles, so we don't know what's happening. So this is our first real snow of the year. Sorry, this video quality is terrible, but our first real snow, like slushy, gross. Wait to be on the beach. This is not my favorite weather. I love snow for about maybe a month, and then after that I'm like, no thank you, get me out of here. I'll be out of this soon. It's New Year's Eve, and yesterday I went to Des Moines and got my hair done. It is more blonde. You can't see it when it's up, but not more blonde. I'm blondie. I'm back. But I picked up a camera case that I'm gonna need to ship. Not to ship, I'm not shipping this, but this will be a carry-on. And if any of you guys have one of these, it's awesome. But this is my first time getting one, but it's a Pelican case. So I'm gonna use this as a carry-on, and then I'll have my camera bag as well to bring all of my gear over, because I only had my camera and I didn't have something that would be big enough to fit all of my camera gear. So I got this, and then if I have to unexpectedly check it, which hopefully not, knock on wood, it's just easier to bring everything in here. But I can open it up quick and show you. And I got it used, which is so nice. Oh, it does have a camera in here. This is mine. I got used, but it's like this foam up top and then lots of little dividers. But I'll have this and my camera. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I always preach about camera. Someone's crying. Hold on. So my kids are finally at a stage where they can play together, and it's so nice. 1.5 and 5, and they can like interact and play. I've been waiting for this forever. I'm not really gonna have a playroom in Hawaii. Hours later, but we went to a New Year's Eve for the kids at a local brewery called Big Grove, and they did a ball drop at like noon. So now you can see my hair a little bit more blonde. Thought I needed a little bit lighter, but still kept my roots, because I'm probably not going to get my hair done for like 6 months. I'm going through toys. So what we're doing right now is sorting out all the toys of like we have some going to my mom's because she has like a bunch of toys. And then I have like toys we're keeping here at the Airbnb. So just like a handful of them. Nothing too crazy, nothing that like we want back at all, or wouldn't be upset if it went missing or damaged or anything like that. And then I have a donate pile, then I have a pile that toys that we are taking, and then a pile that we are currently putting in storage. So this is the storage tote right now. These are all of the Airbnb ones that are staying. Everything behind me is that basket's getting packed, and then the rest of those are probably getting packed in a tote to ship to Hawaii. So what we're going to be doing is actually shipping totes. So these totes, they're from Lowe's. They have the yellow lids on them. We figured out that you can mail them. It's a little bit more expensive to mail them versus you can actually check them on your airline, but we thought it might just be a little easier for them to show up on our doorsteps of like probably toys, clothes, and just like random miscellaneous. Oh, I bet 4, because we're gonna bring some like outside stuff because we have a big yard. So that'd be really nice to have that stuff and not like rebuy everything. We didn't want to do that. And I know for the airlines too, it still has to be under 50 pounds. It can be a little bit bigger if you fly first class. So I think it's like under 80 pounds if it's first class. We also decided that we're selling both of our cars, and then we'll just buy something when we get there, and something older, something we can pay for like cash outright. That way we don't have a car payment, which will be so nice. Anyways, that's what I'm doing right now. And then I'm going to be packing up my camera bag, and I will show you guys everything, how I pack that. Right now I am going to go through all of my camera things, which is a lot, and I have to go through 2 office boxes. I also have 18 hard drives that I need to back up and put on Backblaze, because I'm not taking any extra hard drives, but I have a feeling I might want to go back and revisit them. So I'm going to back them up on Backblaze, and then I'll be able to access them in the raw files whenever I need to. I have to go through these totes, everything up here. My hard drives are in here, and then I will be fitting all of my stuff in my camera bag and then my Pelican here. And I do want to take that camera bag as well. Everything in my Pelican, in my camera, and man, it's gonna be tight. I'm a little nervous. I ended up having to put a few things in a tote that we're gonna be shipping. I could put it in a carry-on. That's a good idea, but I still haven't organized everything yet, so I can just show you. Okay, so I actually cleared out that tote and condensed everything and put it into that tote, which is great, because this one is going to my parents' house. We're not putting it in a storage unit. Okay, so I have a lot of things in here. A lot of my film cameras will go in here. I have a little bit more room here and over here, and I can always lay something like flat on top. We'll see. I have all of my memory cards here, and then I will put my laptop in this as well, but I don't want it to be too heavy. I really wish I could put this in here, but there's no room, so it will be heavy. Okay, this is not organized at all yet, and I almost want to buy zipper compartments in here and put them in instead of foam. I'm going to take everything out. It's gonna be a little tight, so these ones are all gonna stay. This is just like chargers and like film camera, 2 lenses, a body, 2 flashes here, another flash here, some more chargers. This is a lens, like a vintage lens. I actually just found it and it's beautiful, so I'm going to bring it. Tested it out for the Minolta, the XGA, and it was so pretty. So I'm gonna have that, and then I actually found, my friend gave me an old film camera, like her grandpa's, and it came with a big bag and full of things, so it actually had a flash in there as well. So if I can get this out, this flash too, and it works. It takes about 30 seconds to a minute to recycle the flash time, which is wild, but I think this will be so fun just to add on to weddings or shoots. So I'm going to take it. I actually don't know how many film cameras I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's it. And then I have a film simulation, and then 2 R6 bodies, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 lenses. Whew. Okay, so this is what's happening, and I still have to organize, so I'll let you know when I do organize everything, but unfortunately this is going to be heavier than I want it to be, which is fine. I've traveled with it heavy before. I just didn't want to do it this time around, but it will be fine. It will all work out. Okay, I had to document this because I just booked our one-way tickets to Oahu, and we're officially moving February 16th. February 16th. This is crazy. It's just crazy. Yeah, it's just something that like we have always talked about, and we weren't sure where, but this fell into place and it feels so right, and it's such a scary thing. It is a big jump, but we are like just going for it. Just gonna do it. It's like we used to be so spontaneous about doing this stuff like a lot when we were younger, because obviously we didn't have kids, we didn't have to think about that, but I don't know, we just wanted a little bit more of adventure out of life, and I feel like this is gonna be it. But we did it. It is finalized. Reservation is confirmed. We're going to Hawaii. Hello, it is currently 11 o'clock at night, and it's the first week of January, and Kyle and I just spent a couple hours going through schools. Also, my skin is so bad from Christmas. Just breaking out all over because of all the sugary food, and I drank a little bit. I have not been drinking. I kind of stopped drinking in end of September, early October, and then I've just like barely here and there had a drink. But I think for 2024, I feel like I'm just gonna not. I actually would love, I don't know. I take that back. I have a couple things I would like to indulge in. Kyle and I got a good bottle of wine from France earlier this year, and I would like to drink that. I think for 2024, it's going to be very sparingly, especially, and also with food too, like processed sugar food, because this is what it does to my skin. So anyways, that's why I look like that. We're just looking at schools. I would say the hardest part about moving anywhere is having kids while you're doing it. But truly, I just keep thinking about if it was just me and Kyle, like it honestly wouldn't be that stressful. But I'm truly not stressed out for actually getting there with the kids. Like the plane rides, everything, we've done that multiple times. We know what's coming. We know how to keep them occupied. I think it'll be kind of hard with Birdie since she's 1.5. I just think the hardest part is doing all the things for kids. So sometimes I get frustrated because we wanted to do this stuff in 2020, and then the world shut down and we couldn't do any of it because Fife was 1 when everything shut down. So we had lots of plans to travel. Yeah, doing it now. She just turned 5, so we have to think about preschools. We have to think about kindergarten for fall, all that stuff. So lots of research happening and reaching out to people on the island that I know to see, what we can find. Sorry, my brain is not working. It's 11 o'clock. I'm wanting to host a virtual community gathering for mothers in the photography industry. that will be on, I think it's going to be on a weekday at the end of January. I'm thinking a Wednesday. And this is mainly for photographers, mothers who are just wanting community and just want to learn, but also like connect with other mothers and kind of share experiences. I will probably send out a link to sign up, probably through my email, and probably I'll post it on Instagram as well. But if you're a mother in the photography industry, you should come check it out. I put wallpaper up today. Okay, I had some help. My mom helped me, but I wanted to show you because we are getting the Airbnb ready to go. So our current condo that we live in, we are going to be renting out when we are living on Oahu. It was a lot closer than where we were in Des Moines. We were about 3 hours from Kyle's family and then 2 hours from my family. So it's nice to have a little spot here because we know we're going to be coming back and visiting. Like this year, we are going to be coming back the entire month of June. So we thought, well, we might as well keep a place and then rent it out. And hopefully that can help pay for this mortgage and that. Blanking right now. Just rent. Anyways, okay, so we have a lot to do with this condo. I actually really wanted to like paint the cabinets, all that stuff, but just like that's not gonna happen. Maybe down the road, maybe we have a little bit more time, a little bit more money, we can do all that stuff. But we just put sticky wallpaper up today, like the adhesive wallpaper in the half bath downstairs. And it looks pretty good. I'm super stoked. My mom and dad are gonna come help. They did help me this time, but they're gonna come help and put up a mirror in here. But I wanna show you what it looks like. Okay, so you can kind of see, and I just got this wallpaper from Target, nothing crazy. We gotta hang that mirror afterwards. It is kind of heavy, so my dad has to go get little plug things so we can put the screws in there. But we hung the light. And I'm so sorry I did not get any behind the scenes doing this. It was actually kind of stressful, so I did not feel like recording. But here's this, and then we have this weird little shelf thing above the toilet. Don't know how to decorate it, so it's probably gonna be like this. But I also might hang this up on the wall here. But yeah, that's just how it's looking. And I want to show you some of the other things that we're doing too. So we are actually painting a wall upstairs in one of the guest bedrooms. And then I got these panels that were like plastic, but they looked like wood. They were a faux wood and they were so cool, but they didn't stick to our wall that I put up in our main bedroom and they just didn't stick. So I was so upset. So we actually ordered, I'll have to show you the product, but it's gonna be actual wood panels that we're gonna hang in the corner of our main bedroom. But for the paint, I got paint samples yesterday. And they're all these beautiful green colors, these like sagey greens. And it was kind of expensive to buy all of these. So actually I thought about, would it be weird if I painted the entire wall different shades of these greens, like stripes all together? Like I did this in Birdie's room at our last house, but it was like horizontal stripes, but I almost want to do like vertical stripes of like each color. Cause I'm like, it's a lot of paint and I feel like I could do that. It's just one wall, but I'll show it to you. Okay, so we are upstairs. Okay, so this is our front bedroom and this is the wall that we're painting. And so it's just one little square. So I'm like, I could do like, I don't know. We'll see, we'll figure it out. But then we have this company. Oh God, this is heavy. It's called Wood Up. And right here, it's like a felt piece, but then they have wood pieces attached. So you just kind of roll it out and it's gonna be like vertical skinny wood slats. And we're gonna put that in the corner of our main bedroom. So that's all the projects that we're gonna do as of now. And then, yeah, then we are slowly but surely getting packed up and ready to go. This was the girls' playroom. These are the only toys that we have left in here. Some of these are actually staying at the Airbnb, so people can have them to play with while they're visiting here. We're also gonna be leaving like a baby bathtub and also a pack and play. We're not gonna have the crib out. We're just gonna do the pack and play. Then we'll just start putting this room back together We're gonna have a desk in here. We need to not be living in it, so we're actually gonna be staying with my parents for a little bit before we move, just to get out of here so I can photograph everything and stage it and style it. But anyways, we're getting so excited. Can't wait. It's just getting way more real now that we're like putting things away. It's actually crazy how, I was telling my friend this, it's crazy how much I don't think about things once they are like packed away and out of sight, out of mind, which makes me think like, okay, I could live with so much less. I don't know. After living in this condo, which it's not my first choice, it's not like this is my dream home by any means. Like, we absolutely could get something way bigger if we wanted to like settle down. But I'm like, why would we need something bigger? I don't know. Sometimes like it all feels very frivolous. We're actually selling our car too. And it's like, it's not necessarily my dream car, but it is I'm not into cars. I'm not really into cars, but it definitely was like a car that I was like, I need that car. I want that car. And I bought it in 2021. I worked really hard to buy it, but we're actually gonna be selling it and getting something that's way older. We're downsizing. We're like getting rid of like our big, nice, expensive things just to be there, which I'm all for. But anyways, okay. Tell me if you liked this. This is gonna be my last video of this one. I'm going to be doing more coming up. I'll probably do the next one once we move, and yeah, that will be crazy. It's coming up so quickly. All right, talk to you soon.